Hello. Christy Ruffner here, and just back here to purchase my next credit pack. And I have a quick little tutorial I want to do on how to use Jing to create screenshots. And it's a really great tool. It's free, and it produces really nice looking screenshots. So we're going to take a look at that. First thing we're going to do is we are going to sign into my back office here so that you can see that I'm live. Server date and time 5/24/2014 at 12:16:35 p.m. I actually hit the $50 mark earlier this morning, and I was only about 50 cents away, and I got busy on some other things and lost track of time. And so look at that. I have over $59 there, almost hitting the $60 mark. So we're going to go ahead and purchase credit pack number 127. I have earned over $4,000 in lifetime profit share earnings, and so that's pretty good. I gotta say, let's go ahead and purchase this credit pack right quick. Get that out of the way. And we've done this a number of times, so we know how very easy it is. Alright, so there you have it. I have been consistently purchasing credit pack every day. They're all moving along. There's one I got, and I got 3 that day. Isn't that nice? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the dashboard here, because that always makes a nice screenshot. We're going to scroll down here and get the area into the screen that I want to take a shot of. Okay, so we're going to take a little snapshot of just this area with the quick stats and down into the balance. Actually, the balance isn't all that important today. We're just going to take a picture of the quick stats. Now, what you do, this program is called Jing, and it is free. So I'm just going to type Jing in my search box up here, Jing, and it'll bring up in the search from TechSmith. Jing, free screenshot and screencast software. Now, the video that you can capture with Jing is quite short, but sometimes that's all you need. So if you need a little quick screencasting software, Jing is a great option. So basically, you would just come here where it says free download. That's going to download the little software onto your computer, and then just follow the prompts. And it's going to put a little sun spot over here, and you can move this around. It can go anywhere on your screen that you want it. So if it's in your way, you can move it. And I always just keep it over here. When you mouse over the sun, then it gives you these tools that pop out here. Okay, now let's go back to my advertising pays, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to pop out the tools. And this one here, they host your screenshot, which I think is rather nice. And so if you ever lose it, or you forget what you named it, you can come in and you can find your screenshot under the history, the little history tab. To take the screenshot, you come to these little cross lines here, and you click on that. And sometimes it takes a minute for your I don't know what those are called. I've got it on the tip of my tongue. Crosshairs. That's what they are. Now you'll notice that it will automatically zero in on your full screen. So if you wanted to take a full screen, you could just click like that, and this would take a picture of this full screen here. I don't want to do that. Now, once you've clicked and you've set your toolbar up here, you've got your um, lines that you can customize the area that you want to take a screenshot of. So you just put your cursor over the line until it becomes a double-ended arrow, and you just drag those lines in to where you want the screenshot to be, just like that. Okay, now I'm going to cancel that. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to show you another way to do that. Your cursor is actually right there where those crosshairs cross, and you can just put that corner right where you want to start and drag it and choose the area of the screen that you want. Okay, now let's say that you're doing that, and I do this all the time. Let's say that you're doing that and you get part way across and your finger slips off of the mouse. Well, just like the other one, you can just drag those lines on out and capture as much of the screen as you want and sort of customize that up. Now, once you've selected the area of screen that you want to capture, then you come over here and you've got two options. You can capture an image or you can capture a video. And so play around with that. You know, you're not going to hurt anything. Click on both of them, play around with them, and I don't use the video very much because I'm usually too long-winded and I don't have enough time to really say what I want to say. But we're going to go ahead and capture this image, and when you click on that, it opens it up in another window with some tools here on the side. Now these are all very basic, but I find it easier to use Jing most of the time, especially if I'm in a hurry, because it's easier to, number one, fix mistakes and edit what you've already done. When you do things in Paint, which is another option, if you make a mistake, I haven't been able to figure out how to go back and fix it, so you just have to sort of start over again, and that's very time consuming and frustrating. So I like Jing. And the other place that sometimes I will take a picture like this that I save in Jing, and I'll take it over into PowerPoint, and I'll use PowerPoint. I really like using PowerPoint because you got a lot more options as far as being able to tilt your text and stuff like that. I'll do a tutorial on that as well if you have PowerPoint and you haven't been using it to create banners or anything. It's a great way to create banners. Anyway, so by default it's always selected the arrow, and so you can take and you just left click on your mouse and you drag that out and you've got a nice arrow, and you can change the color of the arrow here by clicking on the color palette, and you can use any of these different colors, and then of course you can always open it up and customize your color. So lots of options there as far as colors. Red is used a lot just because it draws the eye's attention. So once you draw the arrow, you can move it around. You can shorten it, lengthen it. You can drag it around to point it from different directions. Now, whatever you put on there first is going to be on the bottom. It's like a layered effect. So if you wanted to come in here, let's say we wanted to go up this way, and we'll go ahead and drag that out up here a little bit further. And then we're going to put in a text box. And see how that text box covers up the end of the arrow? So it looks like the arrow is a part of the box. You can change the color of the outside of the box with your palette here. And then you can change the color of the text. Now my little text toolbar is up under the main bar of the frame, so got to move that down for the time being. So here you have your choices of fonts, and then you have a choice of what color you want your words to be. And we're going to say credit pack number 127 came early this morning. All I lost was a little time. Okay, so you can see here that the words are starting to run out of the top of the box here. You can fix that a couple of different ways. You can use your little arrows here. You can make the fonts bigger this way or smaller. So you can make this font small enough to fit in the box, or if you want it to be a little bit bigger, then you just resize the box. And then you can drag the box around anywhere you want. Okay, you can resize it so that the words fit in there differently, like that. All right, now it's always a nice idea if you have a domain name that you use to drive traffic to your site, then you can put that in here like this. It's a good little spot to put it. And then maybe we'll change the link color so that the box doesn't stand out quite so much. And we'll go ahead and put my link in there. Now there's no way to center your text except to drag the box to the size that your text is. So sometimes it's just eyeballing it. Okay. Now you could also do it another way. You could, let's see, space isn't very big there. Let's say you just wanted to make it look like just the text. Oh, that didn't work. Not sure. I guess what you could do if you didn't want to make a box is, once you create this in Jing, then you can take it over and open it up in another program like Paint. And with Paint, you don't have the text boxes. You can actually add text just right in there on the banner. It helps to keep things from looking too cluttered. When you're using a program like Jing, sometimes things can start looking a little bit cluttered. But it's all personal preference. Move that up in there like that. Okay, now let's say you just want to draw some attention by drawing a box around something. That's that little tab right there. And then if you want to highlight, this is a highlighter. And let's change that to the typical yellow highlight. And basically it's just a box that you draw like that. And you can highlight maybe we want to change the color. There's all sorts of stuff that you can do. The highlighter colors are more opaque. Maybe that one will show up better. All right. So basically, that's how you use Jing. Now then, what you do is once you get everything looking the way you want it to look, then you come over here and you click on Save, and that's going to open up the folders on your computer so that you can decide where you want to put it. And so you have to figure out your own system so that you can find these things again. So in my pictures, I have a file on Map, and I have one that's just my personal screenshots that I've taken over the period of time that I've been growing my packs. I could actually put a storyboard together from my credit pack screenshots that show how my Map account has grown just from my screenshots. So that's what you want to do when you're growing and creating your story with Map. And that's why it's important to have screenshots, because then you can, it's not just a story, you can actually show the proof. That's what it's all about, is social proof. So credit pack number 127, save it, and then I can go back to my Facebook account. My credit pack purchase was successful, and we click on Add Photos, and we go find our picture. I'll scroll down and find it. It's going to be down in the C's. Credit pack number 127 is right there. And then I was a little late purchasing my credit pack, but it's important to remember I didn't lose a thing. This is a great opportunity to advertise your business and have it pay you back. PM me for more details if you need an advertising solution. Okay, there you go. Now, I'm just going to post it just like that. And there's the picture. Pretty as you please. Okay, so that's how you use Jing. Use it to create nice, beautiful social proof for whatever you're doing in your business, whatever business it is. Okay, so that's it for today. Hope you found that little tutorial useful, and I will see you in the next video.